Hello everybody, my name is Idiotic Synergy and today I'm going to talk about the Daemonculaba. You see, the Daemonculaba is infamous for being one of the most grimdark things in all of Warhammer 40k, which is saying something considering that the Dark Elder exists. So, what is the Daemonculaba? The Daemonculaba was a creation ordered by Warsmith Hunzu so he and his Iron Warrior warband can make new Chaos Space Marines. They did this by grabbing a bunch of female slaves, inflating them until they were really fat, then some guys called Savage Morticians who, let's face it, don't appear anywhere else and sound really cool because they're like half mechanical and half demonic. They're really weird surgeons that work in the Eye of Terror, and they only appear once in this book, Dead Sky Black Sun, which is a crying shame. I would love to see some models of Savage Morticians because I think they look really cool. The way that they are introduced in the book are creepy, and they fit, and I want to see them on the tabletop. Anyhow, they would alter the slave's DNA, and they can implant some stolen gene seed in the now massive extended birthing womb. That is quite literally the name, it's birthing womb. Which, minor point, aren't all wombs birthing wombs. You see, I would complain about the term birthing wombs because it's massively redundant, but we've got bigger eggs to fry here. So after the surgeons put all the gene seed inside the womb, doesn't matter, the Iron Warriors would then get a teenage boy and shove him inside the womb before sewing him up from the outside, basically like a really fucked up reverse C-section. And then they wait for him to pop out like a giant fleshy microwave. Now, once the boy has pinged, then he is literally rebirthed, and three things can happen to the boy. 1, he dies inside the womb. 2, he is tossed aside and he either dies or survives among the other rejects known as the Unfleshed, which are really fucking strong childlike skinless beings, by the way. They are described as having the same strength as a bloody dreadnought. Or 3, if the boy passes the test of not being shit, he is then given new skin which is stitched onto his body and is made into an Iron Warrior. Fun fact about the new skin, it is taken from a special type of slave that was inflated, then flayed alive, so that the skin would be long enough to fit round the newly formed Iron Warrior. So that's the basic description of the Daemonculaba. So what happened to it? Well, you see, 2 Ultramarines called Ventress and Lysan were ordered to deal with the Daemonculaba because of some Death Oath bollocks. It's not important for now, but they did go into the Eye of Terror to go on their Super Womb adventure and quickly got traumatized. Hell, Ventress even got shoved into one of these wombs and he had to eat and punch his way out. I do hope you're not listening to this while eating some eggs. Anyhow, the 2 Marines quickly escaped and made contact with the Unfleshed. And some Imperial Guards that were there, that were turned into slaves or shoved into the wombs as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention a couple of things. One of them is I forgot to mention the 2 trapped corn demons that were there just to provide blood. And the other thing is that the females who were turned into these giant wombs were still alive during the process. Anyway, another question you might have is, did Warsmith Hunzu's Super Womb Marines work? Short answer is no. Long answer is, of course not. The fortress got completely destroyed, and Hunzu never tried it again. However, there was one Marine simply called the Newborn, which was a demented clone of Ventress. Even though Ventress quite literally ripped and teared out of that womb he was in, there was enough DNA for Hunzu to clone him, and what did the Newborn do? Well, it got fucking murdered by Ventress and Lysan, so that was short-lived. I do hope you enjoyed this video, folks. It's the first Warhammer lore video I've done, and I would love to see suggestions of what you would like to see next. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to have some eggs on toast.